Okay, so this is Three Lefts to Make a Right, my first podcast. My name is Matt Shin, Shinn. No, I'm not Chinese. I get that a lot. I am pretty much as white as you can get. If you want to see my genealogy, I have that. You know, the Ancestry.com, all that good stuff. There is like a little bit in Asia, less than 1%, but I think they might have just mixed something up. Not for sure. But back to the point. This podcast is just going to be about, life in general. Mostly comedy. I'm a big fan of comedy. Been watching a lot of podcasts at work. And I think it'd be fun to do, Just something, fun. I got this idea about 3:15, maybe 3:30 today, and just got freaking, excited, amped up about it, wanting to tell the whole world. And that consists of Darren, a guy I work with, my wife, and like 4 friends, and my brother, and a cousin. Well, Darren was at work, so he had to hear my enjoyment out of it. He didn't have a choice. Text my wife about it, so she didn't say nothing about it on the way home, which she normally thinks whatever I'm doing is pretty stupid anyway. So, but I called my friends, and the only one that answers is Walt Beavers. This guy, he wasn't always my friend. He used to pick on me when I was little, so I think maybe now he just kind of feels bad for me. So whenever he gets a phone call from me, he's like, oh man, I gotta answer this. And he's working, and he works at a veterinarian clinic, and he's telling me about this cat, his cat patient. He got one in, said it scratched him on the face. He got some lacerations to the face from his job. I was like, man, that's pretty rough, bro. And, yeah, he said, the first tell you of a bad cat, I was like, man, that's just an asshole cat. And he said, yeah, the person brought him in on a leash. Well, yeah, that usually means that's a fucked up cat. And, but he said he went down to pet it. I don't know what was wrong with it. And all of a sudden it jumped up and fucking scratched him on the face, And, can't really do nothing. Then you just gotta help the cat out. I don't know what he does to it. Probably shaves it. There ain't no telling. But I was like, man, I would have been, punching the cat a little bit, pow pow, scratching me in my face. But yeah, out of all my friends, the one guy who's, he's I'd consider him a friend, but not the best of friends. But he's the only one that answered. Pretty fucked up. But, whatever. So I get home, and I'm excited, and I asked my wife, I'm like, hey, her name's Romana, by the way. Hey, Romana, did you see my text about the podcast? She's like, yeah, I hope you're not serious. I'm like, fuck, what? You're killing me. Like, you're just killing my dreams, She's like, yeah, you're pretty, a lot of times you embarrass me. I'm like, well, sorry, but anyway, long story short, now she says she's cool with it. Could change drastically any second. Who knows? I don't. But this is the first episode of Three Lefts to Make a Right. Let me just explain that for a minute. It's like when you're driving your car and you're going somewhere and you accidentally take a left turn instead of a right. You plan on getting there quick, and then you gotta hit the block. Boom, boom, boom. And, it's pretty much the story of my life. It's just, if I had to write a book about my life, or a movie, I'd rather write a movie than a book. But, that's the name of the book or movie, you know, whatever you want to call it. 3 lefts to make a right, man. And eventually you get where you're going, but you know, in life you fuck up. You fuck up a lot, but hopefully I can quit fucking up, whatever you want to say, and just you know, make that right turn the first time. It'll be one right to make a right. Anyway, the topic I wanted to talk about, I guess there's a bunch of them, but is, you know, I'm a millennial. I get it. We're needy. We expect stuff. We get participation trophies. But let me just say this. I remember running track and field in elementary. And of course you got your, I think it was red was first place, or blue was first place, red was second, and some other color was fucking third. But it eventually went down to like 10th place. I don't even know if there's 10 lanes in a race. I think there were only 8. But so it might have went to 8. But you had a ribbon for each one. And it's not like when you finish last, like, you want a ribbon. You know, no one was like, oh yeah, I finished last, well, where's my ribbon? But for some reason, adults back then thought, hey, we gotta at least give him something. You know, the kid tried, you know, he's a good trier. And I guess whatever, you know. So, you know, you grow up and you do good in school, graduate with honors, la-di-da, get a college degree, big deal. You know, everyone's got them now. And, you know, you just kind of, I know I expect a lot, but, you know, I kind of expected to get a pretty decent job, you know, which, you know, I've had chances at, just haven't got it. Everyone wants experience now. And they say the older adults who raised us are just telling us how needy we are, you know, and how privileged we think we are. But I mean, y'all were the motherfuckers making the ribbons, the 8th place ribbons. You were handing them out. So how are we? You're blaming us for how you raised us. I mean, that's pretty bold. That's a bold thing to stand on. That's like me driving a car and just speeding as fast as I can down the freeway. A cop pulls me over. I stop. And I blame the cop for pulling me over. You know? Like, what are you doing, dude? This is my car. What are you doing? I don't know if that's a good enough analogy, but, you know, that's kind of how I think about it. But, anyway, you know, I just wanted to make sure I got that off my chest. It's been eating me alive, you know, being a millennial in this workplace full of Gen Xers and baby boomers, you know, who are currently running this country, running it into the fucking ground. But, you know, hopefully Trump comes in and just fucking grabs America by the goddamn pussy and brings us back to greatness. Just, back to greatness. I don't see it happening, but pretty sure that was his platform he ran on. And a lot of people believe in it. Believe it or not. Especially here in Arkansas. It's a pretty red state. A lot of Trump supporters. And, you know, I don't get into politics. My personal belief, and a lot of people don't agree with it, I know. I don't vote. I don't think it matters. You can yell at me till your face is blue. I don't care. I just don't think it matters if I vote. This country's been around since 1776. I didn't vote back then. I'm not voting now. So, call it what you want. Tell me what you want. Just not gonna do it. No, not gonna do it. I don't want to do jury duty either. I think that shit's stupid. But, Anyway, back to the old T-Rump. I like to call him Chump Dog Millionaire. You know, he got a small little loan of what do you say, $1 million from his father and made his fortune. He forgets to tell you, though, back in the 60s when $1 million is probably worth about 15, 20 nowadays. But, hey, you know, more power to him. He's just running around banging porn stars, paying them off, and, you know, banging women that actually like him and just pulling out money and paying them off for no reason. All while he's married, you know, perfect leader, you know, and everyone, they get on to, you know, other people about, oh, you know, he should be a good example for our youth and all this stuff. But these Trump supporters are like, he's just a fucking president, you know? He's not supposed to be a great role model for the kids. He's gonna build that fucking wall and keep them Mexicans out. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're really worried about, is this wall. Which is absurd to me, but I don't know much, you know? I'm just a young millennial, still learning the life game. Life game's pretty hard for me right now. It's been hard. And, you know, I think, depending on what family you're born into, race, religion, ethnicity, what do you call it, economic level, you know, you got different levels of hardness, like a video game. You got easy, normal, advanced, and very challenging. And if you're poor, you're very challenging. I'm not poor. I was not born poor. My parents didn't make the best money, but they're, you know, they're middle class now. So I would say from normal to the middle, you know, somewhere in there. But as you go on in life, you make choices. And the choices I've made have not always been the best. So I think it's safe to say my level of difficulty in life is advanced at this point. So I'm just trying to make it through. You know, had my first child, I'm married, got a guy in president in office who fucking wants to build a goddamn wall across the southern border and thinks Mexico's going to pay for it. You know, getting sued by a porn star for defamation of character. I mean, come on now. How can you defame a porn star at this point? But, you know, I'm just out here living life, bro. You know, just living the life. And every day's a new day. And taking it one by one. And just want to get back to this wall idea. You know, it's like, is it going to be, you know, a giant brick wall? Is it going to be like a white picket fence? Is it going to be a black steel gate? You know, like, what's the deal with this wall? And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think we already got fences up, chain link, but maybe they think that's a little too trashy. You know, maybe there's like a community, home community thing. And they're like, hey man, that chain link barbed wire fence just ain't gonna fucking cut it anymore, man. You gotta get it together, man. Put a fence up. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe we're getting pressured by Mexico to put a wall up. Canada, they're tired of seeing our shit. So I don't know, but I just think this wall is just a little wild. Sorry I had to stop that. I got a phone call, but, you know, just wanted to. And a wall, you know, come on now. I mean, you got ladders. They're already digging tunnels under the ground. What's a wall gonna do? I mean, it's just wasting money, in my opinion. And, you know, the only people that want to build a wall is a fucking Mexican, you know? Otherwise, you're gonna pay a white guy fucking $20 an hour to build a fucking wall? Ain't no way you can afford it. You know, bring Pedro and his buddies over and pay them $750, no insurance. Let them all, you know, give them 30-minute lunch breaks, work them frickin', 12-hour days with no overtime, let them build the wall. But, whatever. Just a millennial, living the life. And, well, for my first podcast, I would like to say thank you for listening, even though no one is listening, because it's not published. It's just recorded. I might listen to it, probably not, because I don't like the sound of my own voice. But, anyway, I'm going to end it at that. And stop.